right. Got the one and only my boy G5 on Real Talk with Nick.
Y'all know the vibe, y'all know the time, y'all know the place, y'all know the lines.
All right.
Let's go.
Talk to me, man. So the New York Knicks play the Timberwolves tonight, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Any predictions?
Well, we ain't going to lose, so let's not think that. Because Karl-Anthony Towns got something to prove. Tell them niggas, and then you got Julius ain't paying, but you got DiVincenzo that's got to be like, I'm going to bust y'all ass and then go on the podcast later and talk about it with y'all niggas.
Listen, man, we got something for DiVincenzo, man. I mean, but let's talk about my boy, the cat man, Karl-Anthony Towns.
Cat,
man.
looking nice.
Oh, so is it deja vu? Like it was with Jalenbrunson when people thought that he wasn't going to be that.
No, because
that ultimate piece.
Difference is Karl-Anthony Towns was already a certified star. It's a totally different. He was already who he is. He's one of the top in the league. So Karl-Anthony Towns been there. They just call him soft. That's the only thing. He plays around too much. He's young at age. He's too immature. Things like that. That's what they with Karl-Anthony Towns.
Do you think that
his ball, but his game, niggas respect his game. Everybody in the NBA respect his game.
They don't respect his heart.
Because he's still immature. But back
can that be
now,
fixed?
That could be changed.
Can that be fixed?
It could be changed immediately because now you with a bunch of guys that's okay, they older than you, did 4-year colleges, way more mature. You have a way better leadership. When you was there and he was the man. He came in the NBA as the man. Ain't like he was the man. He had no veterans behind him. Nobody was in Minnesota with him. So he certified himself the way he certified himself to be where he's at. So now he's with other players that stars like jalenbrunson. You know jalenbrunson is not going to play around. He's here to win the championship. This is business. I'm showing y'all niggas I'm making business moves as a player to show y'all we business orientated over here. So this is a business. Don't come with the games.
Okay.
You can tell by the way he's playing that he's not with the games. You see him laughing. Yeah, he's still going to have his fun because that's what he like to do. Karl-Anthony Towns said basketball is his fun place. So we got to understand that too. He's going to laugh. He's going to joke.
Now, I interviewed Skip to my little brother.
Yeah.
Right? And he said he likes the move with Karl-Anthony Towns because he plays like a stretch five.
Yeah, he plays a stretch five.
Plays a stretch five.
And
the rolling pick between him and Jalenbrunson is ridiculous.
It's going to be ridiculous. You see how far back he shot the three? Jalenbrunson came with the pick and just gave him the ball and pow. Easy jump shots. Then he was going to the hole. It's a lot of things he could do. He could post up. He could get to the hole. He's playing a five. This is going to be the first time he actually get to play a five officially because normally he played the five when he was in Minnesota, but now he's going to be an official five. To Mitchell Robinson come back if we don't trade him, which 98% chance we might just trade him. So,
damn.
But we got a backup center, and our backup centers is all right. We got 2 new backup centers. They all right.
Shed light on them. Who are the 2 backup centers?
I don't know his name, number 55. I'm not too familiar with him. I watched him in the last preseason game, a little highlights with him and little white boy I said that we got to watch out for because he's going to be a problem.
Who, Tyler?
Tyler. He's going to be a problem. You see how he's running that second unit, how he made everybody in that second unit look good. Like Jalenbrunson make everybody on that first unit look good.
So when we speak of Tyler, man, I mean, what you like concerning his games? When we speak of his attributes?
He's smart. He's a smart player. He knows how to play the game. He's not afraid to shoot the damn ball. And he knows when he's trapped to pass it, but he got a hell of a pass game. His assist.
Is he a pass first type of point guard?
No, he's a true point guard. Like he adjusts to the game. So if you're gonna give me this shot, I'm gonna take the shot. Because I'm confident enough to make the shot. We seen it at the last preseason game where he was there. He at the 3-point line. You gave him the space. He didn't pass it. It was a man wide open in the cut. He took the 3 right off the bank, bang, and knew his shit was going in. So you see the aggression in him. You see the I ain't scared to shoot it. He's giving it to other guys to get them hot. Yo, Deuce, get, boom. McBride hit the 3. Then he gives it to 55. 55 to open in the 3 in the back to show that I can shoot the 3 just as well as our starting center could do it. He hit the 3. Then you had the other guy, and we got the guy from Europe. Them dudes was out there balling. So I look at that, like, okay, the bench, that's crazy. If that bench is looking like that, and I know it's preseason, half of them might not get no word because, you know, Tibbs, he's going to outrun them. And I don't know if that, I know what's his name is capable of doing 82 games. Karl-Anthony Towns, I hope he could do a whole season.
Most likely he is, man. It's gonna.
No, remember, you a mister that said Karl-Anthony Towns is an injury prone.
I never said that.
Oh my God, you liar!
When did I say that, man?
You said that last season.
I said that Karl-Anthony Towns is injury prone.
You named a bunch of players. Remember when you was just throwing names out? And you was like,
I said Joel Embiid is injury prone.
You said him.
I said Kevin Durant injury prone.
You said him.
Okay.
You even said him because I even mentioned Karl-Anthony Towns because that's when you was like, we should just get Karl-Anthony Towns, and but he's injury prone. When I first said Karl-Anthony Towns, you was like injury prone.
I gotta go back.
Injury prone.
I gotta go back, but I know that we
called it what you seen it, so it's like.
But I gotta listen, man. Let's talk about your.
You wasn't on the Karl-Anthony Towns.
No, I was not.
Because I remember when we first heard, we got the scoop first. Because we was the first on it anywhere. If you look at Knick Nations, any Knicks platforms, me and Nicovelli was talking about this 2.5 years ago. Karl-Anthony Towns coming to New York.
Listen, you might got a point there because I wasn't too keen on Karl-Anthony Towns. So that's why I'm like, I got to rewind the tapes and
think about it.
I'm
not saying you was wrong.
But
at that time, yeah, he wouldn't have fitted good with that Knicks. That Knicks there, that Julius Randle Knicks that we had 3 years ago.
Right.
He wasn't fitting there playing the 5.
Right.
He wouldn't have been able. That wouldn't have been a good court. But when we got JB, you got all these players now. It's like, okay, now we could make that work. So that's why DiVincenzo left. And now that we see the breakdown, we wasn't lying when we said that Dale wasn't getting done until who went into the trade? DiVincenzo, right? Remember I told you that? And you was like, yo, I'm bugging. And I was like, let the internet tell you, let it later come out. The inside scoop was there. Like, it was DiVincenzo they wanted. They ain't want no goddamn Julius Randle.
I could have told you that.
But they want him because
I could have told you that.
Ant-Man wants him.
I could have told you that nobody wants him.
The coach want him because obviously the coach there is the same coach that coached him over there in the Pelicans.
Listen, I heard
and the Pelicans, when he played on the Pelicans, that was his best season. When he played in he came to New York.
Listen, I heard it was a nice going away funeral service for your boy Julius Randle. I missed it. I didn't want to disrespect the Randles and show up after I've been talking down on a guy. But I heard that Pastor Nick was saying that the Timberwolves didn't want Randle by himself.
They didn't want him by
himself. All right.
They would have been stupid to trade. Give the Knicks Karl-Anthony Towns for one player. They ain't even want to do 2 players. They wanted 2 players in the draft. The new inside guy that's on ESPN now that broke the story. I've been following his page for a minute. See, now, he's the new guy that just hit ESPN on Monday. I've been following him for a minute. I've been getting my info from him. So every little trade that y'all been hearing about, I've been hearing about him because I've been listening to him and everybody wanted to listen to him. Now he's an exclusive inside NBA, right? Now he's one of them, right?
This is one question I got to ask you now.
Yeah.
I want to know, do you got a Timberwolves hat?
Hell no.
Oh, you ain't getting the cap?
No, for what?
Oh, I just had to ask.
I told you I don't.
Pastor Nick told me to ask you that. Are you going to get a Timberwolves? I want to know how many of you Knick fans out there is going to run out there and get a Timberwolves cap.
If I get a Timberwolves hat, it's not for him. It'll be for Ant-Man.
Okay.
Because I would buy a pair of his sneakers.
All right. So right now, you acting like Julius Randle was at the Diddy party. You don't want no association with the guy whatsoever.
No, I'm a Knicks
now
fan.
You don't know him. Now you don't know the guy.
I didn't say I don't know.
You ain't got no jerseys.
He got.
You don't want to talk about the guy. You don't want to.
He doing the same thing he did in New York. He's going to do over there. Ain't nothing's going to change.
I disagree.
It's going to be the same thing. When I'm telling you, he's gonna do the same thing he did here. He's gonna do over there.
Play
just even better.
Play regular season.
He's gonna be no.
And postseason.
First of all, it's
he gonna sit out.
Team, right? Now I don't.
And that's gonna be a problem there, because your man don't like to take a back seat to nobody.
He already did it,
and that's when shit went falling apart.
DiVincenzo's higher in position than he is. What are you talking about over there?
Exactly.
I'm trying to tell you, he already knows that. He don't care. He ain't got to sign the extension.
No, he's humble now.
He ain't humble. Listen, he could go to any Knick. He could go to any Knick. He's set. He good. He ain't stressing nothing. Remember, he's a 3-time All-Star. He's certified already. In the NBA, Julius Randle is certified. It doesn't matter where he goes. Wherever he go next is for a championship. What I'm trying to tell you is, regardless of what, you're going to see Julius Randle an NBA championship within the next 3 to 4 years.
Okay. Now,
and that's going to be the crazy part. And I guarantee you that, because that's how it goes. And if you notice, every Knick leaves the Knick. And when they leave Knicks, they go to a team that contends for a championship. We build these players to be superstars. Our program, when these niggas come in as young kids and leave, they leave and be successful, bro. Every one of our draft picks left New York and been successful. Every one of our major draft picks all made a success, and it was because of the New York Knicks.
You know what was crazy? That your man went out there to Minnesota and talked about how much he loved the city and how it's a wonderful place and how it feels good to be wanted. Come on, man.
Okay.
Come on. Do you know that those people in the comment section said that Pastor Nick should have did a closed casket after he made them comments, man?
Listen.
How you leave the New York Knicks? DiVincenzo ain't saying that. DiVincenzo's mad as hell right now.
Not.
He don't like it out in Minnesota.
Did you see what
but your man went out there and said how he loved the city. It's beautiful out there.
Nigga, everybody, you gotta make it sound good, bro. You gotta be a professional. When you're a professional, that's a professional conversation that he's having. He's doing it professionally.
After all these MVP chants we gave that man, he gonna go out there and talk about and
how many times you done played them? How many times any other players done threw him under the bus? That's why he's like, nigga, feel good to be wanted. Y'all didn't want him. Y'all niggas was throwing the nigga in the dirt ever since last season. Once y'all had Jalenbrunson, it was like, fuck Julius, get him out of here. Get him out of here. So yeah, what? You don't think niggas had a chance that they don't see what's going on the internet? They don't hear everything going on about to be like, you know what? A fresh start. Thank you.
So you don't think he was hearing the MVP chants while he was playing with Jalenbrunson? You gotta take the good and the bad, man. He wasn't.
And everybody
was he hearing that?
Built for it.
That's the problem.
Let's see.
He wasn't built for New York.
Let's see when JB start have a bad couple games and see how the Knicks treat him. This is what I'm trying to tell you. We New York City. Fans are turning on you in a heartbeat here. So you got to be built different to actually deal with that. But let's talk other news. Like Patrick Ewing is back to the Knicks.
Now check this out.
Now see what I mean?
No. I'm glad you mentioned that up.
Let's talk the good shit.
Yeah.
We got Pat Ewing back on the Knicks.
Now, I want to talk directly to James Dolan ass, man.
Why you want to talk to James?
Because he need to cut the check.
How he cutting the check?
He need to cut the check to Real Talk with Nick and all my interviewees who I interview, because I remember when Patrick Ewing couldn't even walk through the side door entrance. And Real Talk with Nick, hold up, have the fans, the streets, on his show, telling the world how we need to get Patrick Ewing back in Madison Square Garden. And then all of a sudden, poof,
he's back in
the shit happens. And I feel, not to toot my own horn, and not to put all the credit to me, because once again, I couldn't do it without y'all, the people I interview, the people in the streets out here in New York City, who talks about this man coming back to the Garden. Now it's happening, which lets me know that they watching. They watching what the fans say. And if you don't think that helps James Dolan out, so he could bring in ticket sales and do the right thing, he's hearing it first from the hood, from the streets, where it matters.
This ain't James Dolan.
Huh?
This ain't James Dolan doing. James Dolan is actually doing what James Dolan's supposed to have did years ago.
No, he's staying out of it, but he's still
nowhere near nothing to do with the operation of this basketball.
Okay.
Tell
So when your boy got traded, you telling me James Dolan was shocked too, huh?
Probably so.
Come on, stop that.
Come
we
on,
ain't gonna
probably
do that.
so.
We ain't gonna
Probably
do that.
so.
We ain't gonna act like when players get traded, James Dolan don't know. But moving right along, man.
James Dolan. Remember, James Dolan is one of the top elite of all sports. In all sports, is James Dolan. He's one of the top 3 in there. Remember, he owns shit. But I'm mad at, he let Brooklyn get Liberty. That's what I'm mad at. Like MSG lost the Liberty to Brooklyn. But see, that's what I'm saying when it comes
shit
to
happens,
certain moves.
man. You know what's missing now?
Business. That's a different business.
You know what's missing now? We got to get Mark Jackson as the head coach, man.
Nah. You trying to say get rid of Tibbs right now? You crazy?
I mean, indirectly, yeah. I ain't just come out and say.
Get rid of Tibbs right now.
I mean, let this contract.
Tibbs was damn near coach of the year last year. They snubbed him from it. They snubbed him from coach of the year, bro. They snubbed him.
With what he was working with?
What he was working with, he's supposed to have got coach of the year, bro.
He was Moses walking the water. Okay.
What he had.
All right, well, what he had.
The Knicks injuries, the
yeah.
No Knicks fans should have been mad that we only made it to the second round, game 7, with the team we had. Because the team we had proved that, wait till niggas get better. That's why everybody's kind of mad, because they like, damn, JB and Julius would have been a problem.
But can we run it back?
No, but that's what they say, right? But now they see
the cat man.
That 5 that they got now, it's just so. That's the best starting 5 right now in the NBA. Jalenbrunson, Josh Hart,
Karl-Anthony Towns,
McBride, OG, and motherfucking
Karl-Anthony Towns.
That's the best starting 5 in the league.
Do you think with Karl-Anthony Towns now being seen in the blue and orange, that he's going to adapt this New York toughness?
He's from New York, bro.
But he never played here.
He never played here, but he played here all his life since a kid. He played the New York street ball, something like LeBron James' son need to do. They need to let, like Cam and them said, that little nigga need to come to New York and play some street ball. I don't think LeBron put that kid to play basketball with the world. Because you could tell. You see how Karl-Anthony, he plays with every NBA. Gilbert Arenas' son, they play with NBA players, and they only 16, 17 years old. You don't see LeBron James' sons playing with no NBA players. You don't see Bryce playing with NBA players. You never seen LeBron James Jr. play with no NBA players. You see Kanye play with NBA players. You see Gil's Arenas' son playing in NBA players, playing in grown man tournaments, busting their ass. You had what's the white boy that's the number 1 in the country? He's been playing with NBA players. They play. You have to play with the players to know what you're playing with. LeBron James' son looked like he's lost out there because I never played with these guys. I never took lessons from these guys. Karl-Anthony, look, his father got him his best number 1 player. Oh, this your best player? All right, here, this is your time to work with him. I let him go now. Now he can work with anybody he wants. My son want to go work with this player, I'm gonna make it happen to him work with this player. And that's what's going on. That's why that boys is so nice.
6 o'clock, Knicks play against the Timberwolves. What's the chances of seeing Julius Randle on the floor playing against us?
Let's say 60-40. 60-40. 60-40. They say he wants to get on the court because he want to test the game. He want to start getting gel with his crew. So.
And how would that matchup be with Julius being guarded against OG and Anunoby?
It's going to be a good. Well, we know Julius. We already know what that's like because we seen it every time they played against each other. Julius always busts his ass.
Who ass get busted? Talk.
OG ass get busted every time Julius scores 28 and plus or some shit like that every time he plays. Every time we played against Toronto, he was always tearing Toronto up. So that's why I'm like, but I ain't worrying about him because we could put McBride on him. We know what McBride. We know he can't do that to him.
Wait. Hold the fuck up.
Hold
the fuck up. We in a steel cage match, y'all. Ain't nothing but balls around us. Are you telling me right?
That OG.
That Deuce McBride.
Not Deuce McBride.
Who?
Mikal Bridges, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go
Mikal
there.
Bridges.
You saying Mikal Bridges played better defense than OG Anunoby? That's what you're saying, man.
No, I ain't saying that, no.
You telling me that
he gives a bet. Every time Julius played against Brooklyn, he could barely, and he's the one guarding him, right?
okay.
So I'm looking at how they played when they was against each other when he was a Knick, and what he did against them as on their team. When he played against Brooklyn, he was the one being Julius, right? When we played against Toronto, OG was the one playing. Where did Julius look the best games at? In Toronto, right?
Right.
Not Brooklyn, right?
Okay.
Okay, so that means Mikal Bridges has something in his defensive problem that interrupts his game. While he knows I could get this over on OG. I know I could get this way on OG. I know I could go this way. I know what I could do with OG. When Bridges, I'm still figuring him out. You understand what I mean? Remember, he went to the Western Conference Finals. He did a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now it's his time to shine. And
Mikal Bridges.
So now it's like, okay, you can see.
And he's been playing well, man.
He's been playing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He dropped 20-something the last game.
With the Wizards.
With the Wizards, he dropped 20-something.
And how much he had with the Charlotte Hornets? I think like 17?
17.
Yeah.
And he only played like 14, 15 minutes. So, I mean, it's his time. But that's why I said if they switch it and put OG, because who's going to D Ant-Man? So we got to look at that. So Bridges might have to D Ant-Man. So Bridges going to have to worry about the superstar. Or you going to put OG to worry about the superstar. Now, I would let OG D Ant-Man and put Bridges on. But then you understand what I mean?
So how you think that matchup will play out? OG versus the Ant?
I mean, Ant-Man going to eat regardless, bro. So. But I'm just saying. He's going to eat regardless, bro. So I can't even. We talk about Ant-Man. He's one of the greatest.
Let's talk about the bench between the Knicks and the
our bench is
Timberwolves.
better. To me, our bench is better. That last five that played against Washington, yeah. The Wizards, yeah. That five right there, that little squad, McBride, what was the Taylor, the guy that we got from overseas, 55, 44 guy, the other European guy. I don't know his name, but you saw that boy shot. You saw what he was doing out there.
Right.
He wasn't scared to shoot it either. So this is what I look at it like. I'm looking at how you set it up where you got five players that comes off the bench, right? That can come off your bench and produce scoring. But they're defensive players. You seen the trouble they was giving them. You seen the steals. There was easy points they was getting from steals, from turnovers, even though it was just a preseason game.
Right.
But when it gets to the NBA level, you got to look at those preseason games.
Is there any Knick plays that you've seen during the preseason, right, so far,
That stood out.
that you could say, damn, I could see he's been working on this game during the offseason?
McBride.
What you see from McBride that you didn't see from last year?
A little more not hesitant to shoot, probably because it was preseason. But I guess he feels that he runs the second unit, so it's his job to be the. Since Hart is now in the starting lineup and what's his name, DiVincenzo left, so now I am the top guy because I know what my coach needs for me to do now. Because my guys done that was there in front of me, showed me how to do it and what I need to do and when I need to do it. And now I'm confident enough to go out here and do it and make it work. Because it seemed like when he was on the court with the second unit, he was running it until Taylor came and just started getting crazy. But he kept giving Taylor the ball. Like, yo, here, I see what you're doing. Go ahead, you got it. Yeah, you got it. Because I'm going to make him that out. I'm going to bring it back to you. Deuce wide open. I'm taking the three now. Before he would hesitant look to see who else is open to get the extra pass. You see him just take the three. Most of his points came from him just taking his shot, not trying to see if there's another open man to get the extra pass to be, you know the good basketball. You know to play basketball the right way. You know what I mean? Everybody touch the ball, you know? He ain't doing that now. So let's see if that unleashes something different.
Okay, so you highly optimistic about Tyler, man.
Yeah, because I already knew when we drafted him. When you go look at that boy highlights, you see how that boy played in the cat. You understand.
And the guy that you not so high on, speaking of that, Quentin Grimes, man.
We ain't got no Quentin Grimes.
I mean, not Quentin Grimes. Jericho Sims. That's what I meant to say. That's the guy you're not high on.
Yeah, I'm not high.
Yeah,
That's why I'm just like, you had to bring him up.
Yeah.
I thought he was at the back of the line somewhere. But nah, man. What can I say, yo?
I mean, do you think he could fulfill Mitchell Robinson?
I don't know.
And then you got Precious Achula. Like, what can we expect from him? Like, do you think
Precious Achula's the 4 coming behind off the bench? So we already know what Precious gonna do. Precious is comfortable doing what he got to do. He knows what he got to do. He's smart enough to. He knows what the coach wants. The coach knows what he can do. So Precious Achula already asserted himself with Tibbs. You can tell by the way Achula plays the game.
And God forbid if anything was to happen to
When
Cat.
we were sitting there crying, talking about why we ain't seeing this dude on the court.
Right.
Like he's one of these players that's in 2K24. That he's one of the players that you go to the rec center gym to go play with the real ball in the thing. He's one of those players that's in there.
And then he tested the waters as a center too.
And he tested his waters as a center and did a good job at it.
Which is good because just in case something happens with Karl-Anthony Towns.
But then we got number 55. Whatever that dude name is, he's a center. He's a center. It's number 55. He took what's his name number? 55, bro. He's gonna do some. He looked okay out there. He looked it better than what Sims was looking. Sims still looked like he lost. So Sims just don't really care, or he's or Sims. When he got drafted, he didn't have the talent. He just had the height, you know what I mean, like everything there, but he wasn't talented. So that's probably what it is with Sims. They got to develop a game for him, like teach him how to judge the jump shot, judge this, judge that.
Okay. Now I want to mention something about the second unit versus starting. Some players play better in the second unit.
Okay.
Will that be a problem with Josh Hart?
Josh Hart been in the second unit.
Yeah, but he ain't play a magnificent role like right
yes,
now.
He did.
No,
last
he
season,
he was in the
Josh
second
Hart
unit.
Was the second unit.
I know that, but now he's starting.
But
now he's starting.
And he's still gonna do the same thing.
That's what I'm asking.
No, it's nothing. See, the difference with Josh Hart is just like your perfect basketball player. He's just whatever you need me to do, coach, I'm doing. And I'm doing it to my best ability. You need me to score? I would score. I can score. I don't have to score. It ain't my thing to have to score. I don't need to be on the court talking about I'm a scorer. I'm a ball player. I'm a ball player. I play basketball. This is what I do. Defense, I play that. I play offense. I could grab a rebound. And I'm the shortest one on the court, really. I'm playing power forward. I was playing a power forward when I'm only 6'5". You're doing Charles Barkley shit. You understand what I mean? Nobody looks at that. Like, you're not Charles Barkley because you're nowhere close to that. But you're doing what Charles Barkley was doing. Charles Barkley was 6'4", playing the power forward. But you think he's 6'9", the way he's out there balling. Josh Hart looking like he was 6'9".
I think Barkley's like 6'6".
No, Charles Barkley was 6'4", 6'5". One of the two. I know Charles Barkley was like 6'4", 6'5". Okay. One of the two.
All right.
Because he ain't that taller than Kenny. If you really look at it, he ain't that taller than Jay. At this age now, so I don't think he just was always big. Remember, Barkley was muscle.
Okay, and Mitchell Robinson, is the writing's on the wall, man? You think
writing's on the wall? Yeah, because now you hearing the rumors.
Is Knick gonna have to do funeral service for Mitchell Robinson? Man? I mean, is it coming to that when Knick gonna have to put on the black suit
Did you hear about the latest with the Lakers and the Warriors?
Well,
those are two teams that's interested in trying to trade for him. The Lakers and the Warriors. Crazy, right?
You think they're gonna let him go? And if so, for who?
But that's the point. He ain't gonna be worth much because he can't play until January. So I think I think every team is just going to wait, let the December go by, play the first couple of months. Right before trade deadline, somebody's going to go for him on the championship team. Like, he's going to get, depending on how they ranking in the playoffs rush right before All-Star break.
Right.
And you make that move. You know those moves that you make when you know you about to hit the hump.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
but
now
that's when the Knicks want him to come back. But if you got, like I said, the backup center is playing good, do you really think anybody in New York is going to be worrying about Mitchell Robinson?
No.
Okay. We agree on something.
No.
Because I was about to say, look what Hardestein came out of nowhere. Nobody knew the fuck that kid was. And all of a sudden, we saying start him over anybody, right?
Absolutely, because he was hustling and busting. He gave you offense
so
and he gave you defense.
The new French kid that we just got from the draft.
No,
the French kid, the big dude. We got some big. I don't know his name. I could Google it.
Yeah, Google it, bro.
I don't know these niggas.
I know you're not a fan of Google.
I'm not a fan of Google.
I know that, but you know.
I'm not a fan of Google.
Get acquainted with Google, man.
It ain't that. It's just that,
Get acquainted with Google. Google's,
Okay, so
Google
here go the Knicks. Precious Atua. Okay, OG, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart. I don't know who that game is. See, there they go right there. They don't even got their pictures. That's how you know they might not make the team.
Well, we'll show the face.
There's no pictures, no face.
Oh, okay.
There's no face.
Okay.
He's from German. He's the German dude, the black guy, 2-way contract.
Well, somebody in
he's with the G League.
Oh, okay.
He's with the Westchesters, but he's playing on it. He's got in the Knicks.
All right, so let's not.
So he's not even gonna get no chance, right?
All right.
So we know that, right? So who we got? He might get some burn. Let's talk about Cameron Payne, right? Cameron Payne is on the Knicks, right?
Okay.
Then the shooting guard, the guy from Lithuania. Now he played college basketball. Now he's a Knick. He played last season, got 7 points.
All right, but near to say all that, this is what I want to know because you said 60-40.
Him.
Okay.
He was shooting the lights out the other game.
Okay. You said 60-40 with Julius Randle returning.
Yeah.
For us to play matchup against him tonight.
Yeah.
But who we know for sure is going to be playing DiVincenzo. Yeah. Are we going to be able to
stop him?
Talk to me.
That's what I'm looking at. Because I'm looking.
Do he got a chip on his shoulder? Do he feel disrespected by Tom?
Josh Hart got a job. Josh Hart got a job tonight.
Now let's talk about the matchup between Josh Hart and DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo's gonna try to. Come on now. I'm sorry, but DiVincenzo's gonna try to shoot this nigga lights out. He's gonna try to shoot his lights out. He's gonna try to shoot lights out tonight. And it's a preseason game. He might. And it's towards the end of the preseason, so you already know how that goes towards the end. They play more minutes. Let's see if he's starting or coming off the bench tonight. That's what I want to know.
So you feel that DiVincenzo got a chip on his shoulder against the New York Knicks?
Nah, not against the Knicks. He just want to prove that he deserves to be a starter in the NBA. And he do deserve to be a starter in the NBA. So,
I mean, he got 2 rings, man.
He deserves to be a starter in the NBA. He don't need to be on the bench. He ain't old enough to be like somebody's bench player. He showed it on the Knicks, nigga. I could go 82 seasons and fight with the toughest of them and not be on a team that's fully injured, nigga, and still be able to drop. When my team need me to drop 30, I can drop 30. You need me there for defense, I'm there for defense. So I'm still a certified NBA player. I should be able to start at somebody's team. I shouldn't have to be coming off the bench being a 6th man for somebody else's team.
Sometimes do you think the game between the Timberwolves and the Knicks tonight?
Just like JB proved that, nigga, I do not need to be the 6th man and I do not need to be behind Luka. I'm just as good as Luka. Probably even better. If you give me the opportunity to get to that, be that person, I can do it. Knicks gave him that opportunity, and he proved everybody else niggas just as good as Luka.
Could this be the beginning of a rivalry between the Timberwolves and the New York Knicks?
No.
Because you got the Ant-Man who ain't too crazy for Karl-Anthony Towns. You got DiVincenzo who's...
No.
No, you don't see none of that?
Conferences, no.
You got Julius Randle. He want to prove something to the city of New York.
Nah, not to New York.
Who?
To the NBA.
Come on, man. 3-time All-Star.
Listen.
What do you got to prove?
Because this is the year he can get that bag. Remember, he ain't signed no extension. Got nobody looking at that. Julius coming for a bag. Julius want the 215.
So he got something
to prove. You want what OG got, nigga. Like, nigga, you got 215. You can't tell me you can't offer me 220, 230. What I did for y'all in the last 5 years, this nigga just came here. They ain't even play a whole season, nigga. Only played 20-something games. And y'all niggas gave this nigga $215 million. I can't get 230.
No, why? Because he played hurt. He came.
And he played hurt too. In the playoffs and made us lose because he played hurt. Let's be truthful. So he tried that too. Another reason why I deserve more money, right? I mean, truthfully, let's be truthful. Because we torched him. I even torched him for that, playing injured.
I'm going to miss that guy, man.
Yeah, I know it was easy to torch because it's somebody you can easily torch.
I'm going to miss that guy.
Well, you got to find a new... I told you, it's time to find a new one.
No, I don't. Because all I got to do is watch for the player who's going to stink it up. And that's what y'all don't understand, man.
So, all right, so...
If Jalenbrunson stink it up, I'm in his ass. If Karl-Anthony Towns stink it up, Nick, I'm in his ass.
Nick, who do you think is going to be the stinker up on the Knicks this season?
Well, I hate to say it, but I'm giving a pass so far on Mitchell Robinson because of what Joel Embiid.
Okay, but he's not even playing. So.
Okay, now.
So who's stinking?
Who's the weakest link?
Who's going to be the stinker this season?
I don't know.
You got to give me somebody.
I don't know.
I just need one name.
It could be Deuce.
Okay, there you go, Deuce.
It could be Jericho Sims.
But we already know we can't because he's already.
I mean,
he's already blue. Like I'm sorry, he's already. All you can do now with Jericho is flush.
Quiet as kept. It could even be Mikal Bridges. Because Mikal Bridges, man.
How about it be OG?
I don't see that.
But I'm just saying, what about if OG don't give up to expectations?
Then he's at the funeral.
I look at it like, what if we just paid him $200? He's not the highest paid. He's the second highest paid because the highest paid is Karl-Anthony Towns making $50 million fucking now. Now that's enough talk that I don't want to talk about.
But you know who's the least suspect that's gonna be on Nick's shit list? The JB.
That's if he stinks it up.
Come on, man.
If he stinks it up,
he comes to play, and with Karl-Anthony Towns playing like a stretch five, allowing the roll and pick to be in effect, makes my man's job that much easier, man. See, I ain't attending the funeral service, but I heard Pastor Nick preach the ninth sermon, and he was going all over that shit. And he was talking about how the job for Jalenbrunson was going to be that much easier. I heard he went over that. I heard. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't going to talk too long about this, man. When we speak of the scoring of who going to have the high, because now that Mitchell... Cat is going to have the high.
Cat.
Because Jalenbrunson ain't got to do much.
Jalenbrunson is going to get his little 23, 26, and he's going to do what he's going to do.
So we actually going to see a 25-10 movement.
You might see the difference is it's not going to be every night. That's how I look at it. Like, I see, because you got nights you're going to have Bridges there that's going to be able to go stupid. We forget you got Bridges, bro. He's certified already, nigga. He proved that on Brooklyn. He the reason why Brooklyn was what Brooklyn was. So we already know he's gonna get 25. He can easily get 25 and 10. And he can play the 2, 3, 4. He's 6'9".
He's that tall?
2, 3, yes.
He don't look that tall.
He's that tall, bro.
No, but I'm saying he don't look.
He's that tall, bro. He's 6'9". So he can play 3 positions, and he got the dribble. He's just like when, that's why when I'm laughing when they say, "Oh, Philly," nigga. When we see Philly got to worry about us. We ain't got to worry about Philly. You know why we ain't got to worry about Philly? Oh, okay. You got Paul George. Okay, Mikal Bridges. There you go. Same fucking player. Same player. That ain't no difference. Same player. They do the same game plan. Just that JP's JP. That's why you say we the best starting five.
When the smoke is all clear and done,
We win in the game tonight by 5. By 5.
all
I
right.
say if y'all bitten, go with the Knicks. Anything over 5, you good. Let's say if they say Karl-Anthony Towns 20 and 10, take it. Combination, if they say JB could get
All right, this is his
35.
FanDuel predictions.
take that. JB could get 35 total assists, points, and rebounds. And on that note, it's your boy G5. Y'all already know the day. Y'all know the time. I see y'all next time. When the season starts, we're going to have a good conversation. We're going to bring some survivors out. I got to get Cat. I got to get to Cat. So we got to have a real walk talk. I need Predicate. I need Mr. Williams. We need to all get together with Nick, and we need to talk about making a one-day show on a Sunday where we can just sit down somewhere and get this real conversation in.
All right, and that's what it is. We out. Peace.